So I'm going to show you how to make a very simple video player in Flash. And what I'm going to do is I am going to use my music player and convert it to a video player. So here I am in my Hypermedia player, and I need to just duplicate the scene. So I'm going to go to Window and Other Panels and Scene, and I'm simply going to duplicate that scene. Now I'm going to double click on it, and let's make that scene 2. And I can close that window. So now we have everything here. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I am going to, in Images, I'm going to select frame 2, okay, all the way to frame 5, 6, 7, and I'm actually going to clear those frames, and then in frame 2 I'm going to insert a blank keyframe because I only want the image in frame 1, so that when it opens up, just the image of the first movie is going to be there. Okay, so what I'm going to do though is I am going to delete that because I'm going to bring in a screenshot of my first movie. So how do I make that screenshot? I'm going to go to where my movie is, and by the way, you want to move your 3 movies into the same folder as your Hypermedia player is saved. So here's my first movie. I'm just going to double click on it and get it to play here, and just going to make it smaller there. I'm going to come back to the very beginning like so. I'm going to use my snipping tool that I absolutely love, and I'm going to take a snippet of it, and I am going to then save it like I have to save it. I'm going to save it as movie 1 and a JPEG, and I'm going to click save, and I would save it into the same folder as where my Hypermedia player is. So I would go save, and I can close that, and now I can close that, and I can also close that. So now I'm just going to go File and Import to the library. I'm going to go to my folder and come down here, and there it is there. So I'm going to insert that into the library, and there it is. So now in this first frame, I'm just going to bring that into here, and I'm going to come up here to the properties, and I'm going to change the properties here to 345 by 194. In a minute you'll see why I'm going to do that, and I'm going to just maybe place that there. Maybe I'll go I'll make that 75 as to where I place it, 75, and 130 where it starts. So that's in frame 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually come down here into my music section. I'm going to change from music to video, and I'm going to click on frame 2 to frame 7, okay, and I am going to let's clear the frames so they're gone. So down here in frame 2, I'm going to insert a blank keyframe. In cell 4, I'm going to insert a blank keyframe, and in cell frame 6, insert a blank keyframe. Okay, so now I'm going to come down to the video section. I'm going to go to import and to the library, and I'm going to find my first video, which was this one here. I'm going to click open, and I'm just going to simply go next, 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 and finished, and it's brought it in. Now if you remember before, okay, my image, so I'm going to change this to the exact size of my image, which was 345 by 194, and I'm going to place it at 75 and 90. So now if I go back to the first frame, it should be pretty close to the exact same spot. And now we need to bring in our second video, so we'll come down here to our video layer, click in frame 4, go to File, Import to the library, and let's go find our next video. We'll go video 2. I'll use this one here so it doesn't, that's an MP4. Yep, so we just open it up and go next, next, and finished. It brings it in. I'll click on it and go up to the properties here, change this one to 345 by 194, and I will place it at 75 and 130. So we'll click in frame 6 here, and we'll go File and Import to the library. Don't forget your videos actually have to be in the same folder as your Hypermedia Player, and we'll simply go next, 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 and we'll finish. It will come in, and of course we are going to change to 345 by 130, and we're going to place it at 75 and 130. Oops, that one there should be 194. Okay, and there it is. Okay, now what we actually want to do here, I've just made a mistake here. I need to insert a blank keyframe there, so it only goes on to there. Okay, there will be, don't worry about that if that shows up. So if we have a look at what we have, the slider, they should all be, and I don't know why. Okay, so that there, let's just check 75. Oh, see, made a mistake there. Forgot to change that one to 130, so that now they should all be the same size and in the same spot. So when my video player opens, it'll be, the video number 1 will be showing there. So let's go ahead and now to test this, I actually, if we played it right now, scene 1's going to start first, and since we don't have any buttons to go to scene 2, it wouldn't actually play. So I'm going to go down to my other panels and scenes, and I'm just going to drag scene 2 up on top of scene 1. Now if I go ahead and Control Enter to actually play it, it comes up there. That's the image of my first video. I click there, and my first video is actually playing. You can see that it's moving there. There is no sound in that one. I click on video 2, and video 2 plays, and I click on number 3. Number 3 plays.